What's up, Sneaky Nation? Sneaky P here, back with all the news after Week 8 of our Los Angeles Crusaders franchise, and the Crusaders have moved to 7-0, getting revenge on the New England Patriots, the team that knocked us out of the playoffs last year. And it was a defensive battle, but a win is a win, and I am stoked. So let's go ahead and get going with game prep here. Now, we will change sliders around a little bit. I've seen people say, oh, your sliders are too easy. They're the same ones that we were working with last year. Our team is just a lot better. Now, Keyston Mack has really changed our offense. Last year, our defense was really kind of carrying us most of the season, and our offense was struggling to score. And Keyston Mack has really breathed life into our defense, or our offense, I'm sorry. And that has really been a huge part of why we are so much better this year. I mean, he has been getting touchdowns left and right. So it's only natural that something like that's going to happen. You know, that your record's going to improve when you get a player of his caliber. That said, we are going to adjust things a little bit, but it's definitely nothing to do with the sliders being easy now. They're the same things we've been working with. Our team is just a lot better. But as we get going with our hours here, I'm going to put 2 into Mosley. There we go. And let's go ahead and get moving forward. Now, a lot of people have been asking to see the news stories. I showed this in another video. They really do not show much. It just talks about the two teams playing. It's not saying a whole lot of stuff going around the league. So those of you wondering, this is pretty much what it is. And if you want to pay closer attention, just feel free to pause. But anyway, let's go ahead and check out the draft stories. Nebraska right end Queenie easily ruptures pectoral and losing effort. That is no bueno. Anything else? No, we have seen this one before. Interesting enough there. Let's go ahead, check out our injury report. Now, we had 2 injuries last week, Shelby Harris and Brandon Spikes. Let's see if any of them are out. Okay, so Brandon Spikes is back. We are good there. Shelby Harris is out for 3 weeks. That's not the worst thing in the world. Femi Francois stepped into the game and got 3 sacks. That was awesome to see. So definitely not the worst thing in the world there. Obviously, I don't want him to be hurt, but at least we have a capable backup who I can trust is going to get work done. So sliders, like I said, we will change a few things. We're getting a whole lot of sacks again. It kind of goes back and forth between each game, but I remember we dealt with this before. I feel like if I turn it up, we might get more. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. We'll try it again. We're going to put pass block up to 50 for the computer and run block up to 35, and we are going to move our run block down just a little bit. Not a whole lot, but we'll move it down 5. Now, if this is too much and it affects anything too much one way or another, we will switch all of that around. So that's the next step if we need to. You know, we just kind of tinker with things as we go. You know, try to keep it as realistic as possible, which I say that, and then people get extremely offended if one unrealistic thing happens. I can't control the game. I do the best I can, but anyway. Weekly awards, let's see what we have here. Colin Kaepernick, 280 yards, 4 touchdowns. Laurinaitis, 11 tackles and an interception. Richardson, 11 tackles, 2 interceptions. And Andrew Luck, playing for the Titans, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Interesting that he got the player of the week with those 2 interceptions. Must have been a slower week in the AFC. Now, let's go ahead and check out the yearly awards. I tend to go through these kind of quickly, so if you're really interested in it, just hit that pause button and you can read everything as you would like. For MVP, Drew Brees leading the way. Colin Kaepernick, number 2. Johnny Manziel at number 3, despite the Browns' poor record. He is getting work done. 93 overall now. Wow. Kirk Cousins leading the Cowboys to a 6-1 record. That's interesting. Chaz Jenkins, the rookie quarterback for the Broncos, 6-2. And again, just going to kind of go down. And we do have a player on the list. Devin Golden made it at the number 10 spot. We'll see if we can get him to move up a little bit throughout the season. Coach of the Year, Single is number 1 right now. That perfect record obviously helps. And again, I'm just going to kind of scroll through pretty quickly here. Crazy that 2 of these coaches are no longer with their teams. Harbaugh obviously went back to Michigan, and now John Fox. I cannot believe the Broncos are not going to bring him back. That is insane. Rex Ryan obviously changing teams as well. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Let's get back into that. Let's hop right back into that, shall we? All right, AFC, Johnny Manziel, Offensive Player of the Year right now. Despite the Browns' poor record, that's crazy. Devin Golden in at number 2. We will see if he can take over that last spot. by the end of the regular season. That'll be a fun little story to follow. Phillip Farrell for the Chargers at number 3. Brady still getting it done for the Patriots. And then again, Chaz Jenkins, the rookie, way up on this list. That's very, very impressive to see him there. A few other names down the list there. Defensive Player of the Year, Suggs leading the way for the Ravens. Kelvin Shepard at number 2. Timmons at 3. Brandon Spikes at 4. I like to see that. Aaron Henderson at 5. Just down the list a little bit more. And none of our players there. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Chaz Jenkins, number 1. Keaston Mack at number 2. That's going to be another one of those good position battles to see if the wide receiver can outdo the quarterback. That'd be very, very interesting. Obviously, Chaz Jenkins is definitely getting it done, but Keaston Mack keeps finding his way into the end zone, so we'll have to follow that. Carey for the Browns, a wide receiver, 85 overall, so he is actually a better rookie wide receiver than Keaston Mack is. That's interesting. Branton Tracy, an 81 overall for the Bills. Nicholas Moon, 81 overall. I think Tracy might be I think he's actually a wide receiver too. I could be wrong, but they might have 281 wide receivers. He could be a running back or tight end. I'm not sure. Maybe he's quarterback. I forget. Jacoby Curse for the Steelers. And Tremaine Small, 82 overall. Down the list at number 7. And Kaysen Dobbs has made the list. This is a little weird. He's only had like 2 carries throughout the season so far. It's kind of interesting. If anything, you would think Graves would be there. But no such luck. Defensive Rookie of the Year, Jimmy Mosley and Raynard Ray, number 1 and 2 respectively. I love to see that. Sherrod, one of the Sherrod brothers here at number 3 for the Steelers. Forrest at number 4 for the Ravens. And Ofisa Okafor with that pick 6. That was huge. He is on the list at number 5. Byers at 6. Miller. Pete McCanson, our division, 80 overall. Left end, I believe he was. And yeah, moving down the list, best quarterback, Johnny Manziel, number 1. Let's see if Derek Carr is going to make this list. And he is not on that list. That's all right, though. Devin Golden is the best running back in the AFC right now. I am stoked about that. He is having a killer season so far. And that's really fun to see. Wide receiver, Keaston Mack, the best wide receiver in the AFC. He really has been killing it all season long, doing a great job making big plays and getting into the end zone. AJ Green, and yep, Carey is a wide receiver. I was right. So, man, they have a killer wide receiver setup for Manziel to work with. Not to mention, they have Matt Forte, so their offense is balling right now. They need to figure out what they're doing on defense, though, because their record should be better than that, I would think. Down the list we go. Offensive line, and it looks like we're going to have a few players on this list. Yeah, we have 4 guys on this list. That's very cool to see. That's the effect of having a good run game. Defensive line, Justin Smith, the Cowboy, number 1. What a free agent pickup he has been, man. He might be a 1-year rental. I can see him retiring after this season, but he really has been dominant for us. Justin Tuck at number 3. I like to see that. Shelby Harris and Femi Francois both on the list as well. Defensive back Chris Harris Jr., Browner, McCourty, and Prince Amukamara on the list at number 4. I like to see that a lot. And Jimmy Mosley, the rookie, at number 7. Revis back with the Jets there. That's really cool to see that. And Charlie Landrum, our kicker last year, who we ended up releasing, is having a good season so far. Oscar Samuels is on the list at number 7. He had his first miss last week. That was a bummer. NFC, Adrian Peterson leading the way. Drew Brees, Colin Kaepernick, a lot of names you'd kind of expect to see. Then you have Kirk Cousins and Robert Griffin III on the list. Robert Griffin III is a 96 overall. That is ridiculous. Defensive Player of the Year, Jimmy Ward. That a boy. Go 49ers. I love that. And the Panthers are 0-7. Luke Kuechly is killing it, but 0-7. That's pretty crazy. Down the list, Navarro Bowman, and I see Patrick Willis down here as well. You guys know I love to see that. That is awesome. Patrick Willis is a 99. Let's see. Bowman is a 97 at this point, and Jimmy Ward's an 87. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Sexton Hole for the Redskins. And so 2 players here for the Redskins. That is what you want to see if you are a Redskins fan. You want to see them start making those moves, picking up some weapons. And that's really cool to see for them. Could be a bright future. Fabian Rogers, I believe we scouted him quite a bit. I think he's a wide receiver. So that's very dangerous to see him on the Seahawks. Another weapon for Russell Wilson to work with. Bryce Avery for the Panthers, 82 overall. 79 overall, 75. And 3 players here for the Falcons. Obviously, we know Easley is a quarterback, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, when you see a team draft 3 players like this and they all end up being very, very good, a few years from now, the Falcons could have a seriously good team. We're going to have to keep an eye on that. Defensively, 81 overall for the Eagles here. Going down the list, 74 overall, and then again, another Falcon. So the Falcons and Panthers both had quite a few players on these lists. That usually bodes well from them. We're just going to have to continue to keep an eye on them as we move forward. Best quarterback, Colin Kaepernick, leading the way. I love to see that. Derek Carr not on this list. Best running back, Adrian Peterson. Down the list we go, and I'm looking to find a new name here. Wide receiver, Jordy Nelson up, Julio Jones. A lot of players you would expect to see. Mike Evans, that's cool to see that. Yakov Moody is on the list. There we go. We knew we'd have one good player there. One new player. 49ers offensive line just dominating, which is weird because I don't remember seeing a 49ers running back here. So maybe Kaepernick's not getting sacked at all. I'm not sure. Defensive line, we obviously know we're not going to see Cowboy on this list since he plays for us now. Going down the list at defensive back, Jimmy Ward. It's so weird how he's the defensive player of the year, but he's only the 3rd best defensive back. I don't understand how that works. But anyway, moving down the list, Tremaine Brock on the list. And best kicker, William Vega. I think he's that rookie. There we have it. So that should be it for this episode, guys. Thank you so much for watching. All the support you guys have shown, I really do appreciate it. And I will see you guys. Hopefully these sliders mesh it out a little bit better. And I will see you in week number 9 as we take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Later.